I just felt that it was my duty to help other people.
You learn a lot from it. You feel so thankful for what you have after you do it because people have so much less than you realize.
We did a lot of stuff and it was like really nice, and then they always said thank you after we gave it to them, and I felt really good about helping people that needed help.
Our ministry with our youth is to gather the kids in a safe Christian environment where they can come and enjoy others' company, knowing that it's okay to be a Christian and you can have fun being a Christian, and that it's important to learn from your church family and your peers, and then go out into the community to spread that word as young Christians.
I do enjoy the fact that if you want to, you can be a part of pretty much anything you want. The Washburn Center, I think I enjoyed it most because few centers offer washing machines and showers, and I know that's a big thing there, but it's nice to also help out with the meals because it's a needed thing within the community.
It's good to do and help give some of the stuff we don't need to people who need it. And cook for Washburn, and Joshua does all the living with them and everything.
Nothing works like mission work. The most transforming thing that young people can do is to get out of the place where they normally are, go somewhere else, and serve people in Christ's name. It is so transformative because you're completely out of your comfort zone, and for the most part, you're encountering people that you never would encounter otherwise. I have found that mission work makes more of an impact in the lives of young people than anything I've ever seen. All the big events are great. It's wonderful to go and hear bands and things like that, but getting out and going and working with other people side by side to serve people in the name of Christ is just extraordinarily powerful.
I've been on one for the summer, and last summer we went to New Orleans, just outside of New Orleans, to help a guy named Mr. Ron. He had his houses flooded out during Hurricane Katrina, and we had cleared his lot and got all the weeds out. It was really bad. We put in drywall, we put in insulation, basically made a house for him. It was my duty to help other people. God put me on this earth for a reason. I can help people.
I like being able to interact with people and go and help people. Around Thanksgiving time, we went and delivered some food to some people at the church who weren't doing so well. It's really a good experience.
If you've never been on a mission trip, you might think you know what it's like, but it's really changing if you experience yourself, because just the people that are so grateful for you to help, it's just life-changing because they're just so genuinely happy for you to be there.
We're taking a mission trip in early June to Memphis. We're going to be working with an organization called MIFA, which started after the assassination of Martin Luther King. They're a group of interfaith ministers from all walks of faith, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, got together after his assassination and formed this organization to help alleviate poverty and to work together in the community to carry out the central message of all of those faiths, but particularly for us, for the Christian faith of serving one another. In the mornings, they do meal routes for shut-ins, people who may be shut in for medical reasons, whether it's medical or just their age or an inability to get around. So we'll be doing meal routes in the morning, taking both hot and cold items to folks in different neighborhoods around there. And then in the afternoons, we're going to be working with a project they call Handyman, which is to help people who are unable to get their homes up to code enforcement. The premise is to keep people from getting tax liens or anything else on their property, so that if something should happen to them, they can actually pass their property on to their children without having to deal with anything like that. And it's one of the things that they do to help alleviate poverty.
We have been so blessed. Our church family needs to know that they can be such a critical part of a young person's Christian life by showing them that they care, by showing them that they are important. And by doing that, that gives our youth a solid foundation. And then as they grow, they're going to remember what a foundation they got from St. Paul, and they will, without even thinking about it, be a young adult and an older adult doing that same for the youth.
It's something that the congregation should own. The congregation needs to be invested in their young people, because we are a family of faith. We are a church family. And if we separate each other, if we say this is a youth thing, we're not involved. If we say this is a thing for the senior adults, we're not involved. We say this is a thing for the children, we're not involved in that. Then we don't own one another. We aren't invested in one another. And if we're not, then we're not living into the call that God's given us. We're not living into the idea of us being one body in Jesus Christ, which is the whole premise of the Christian faith, is that we are all one body in His body.
Without our youth, we're not going to grow, and our churches will just become empty. And we as church family truly need to look at what we do on a daily basis and give not only your time, but your love.
We're going to Memphis to help the inner city people, and we're looking forward to it.
I'm hoping that we're going to help some people up there, and that we'll do some fun things too.
I know we're going to Memphis, and we are going to have a new mission. I don't know all the details about it, but I'm excited to go.